Wait.
Wait, what?
Wow, that was amazing.
And naturally.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Pineapple and Lemon. We have another guest star with us today.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We invited her back.
Back again.
Whoop whoop. Hello,
I feel
Jenna.
like that was a mistake.
We're going to find out.
Well, we'll find out. Okay,
Yellow.
so
We got Jenna back with us again.
we got Jenna, just in case y'all weren't
Hi.
sure. Hello, Jenna.
What are we watching today?
Okay, well, we're gonna watch one of my guilty pleasures.
Okay.
I watch this every summer because it gets me in the summer spirit. Nothing more than Mako Mermaids.
Christina, you're going to have to explain what this show is.
So there was a little so there's a little show called H2O Just Add Water, and it was about three friends who became mermaids.
You do.
Like you do. It's based in Australia. Okay, I'm just gonna pretext that. This Mako Mermaids is almost like a sequel to that, but you don't need to have watched H2O to watch this. Though I would highly encourage you to do so because there may or may not be a character that shows up in the season finale of the series.
You highly encourage it,
Spoilers.
except for Jenna and I.
I mean, I'm not trying to spoil nothing. You don't know which character I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
Can you give us a little bit about what this show actually is?
Yeah, okay, so Mako Mermaids. I'm gonna give you the synopsis from IMDb, okay? Okay, so the plot summary from IMDb is a young man is magically turned into a merman and discovers his underwater origins. After he comes in contact with the magic waters at the mysterious Mako Island, guarded by a trio of mermaids. So like I said, I watch this every year. There's 3 seasons. I prefer the last 2 seasons. I don't really prefer the first season.
Great. Well, when we watch TV shows, we usually end up doing the first 1 or 2 episodes of the show.
This one is only 20 minutes, so we're probably gonna do the first 2 just
Yeah.
for you guys to get a little bit more of a feel. But again, like I said, it's a guilty pleasure. I gravitated towards this. Gravitated towards H2O. I watched H2O when it was live on television. I've always had a thing for mermaids. Everyone who's ever met me knows I love water. I love the beach. I love mermaids. I wish I was a mermaid.
Going into this, Jenna and I have not seen this. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Y'all are in for a wild ride.
So we're really just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
Does this have a banging theme
jumped
song?
right-
It has a banging theme song. I love this one.
Oh, the visual effects, Christina.
Yikes.
10 out of 10. I got you, babes. I'm looking out for you.
Are you saying we're supposed to recognize the boy?
I mean, yeah.
He hasn't looked at the camera directly yet.
So in this, he has a different last name. He changed his last name.
Okay.
He goes by Chai Hansen now.
Okay.
He was in Shadowhunters, Monkey.
Didn't watch.
Is it Monkey Fist or something like that? Or Monkey King or something like that. He did like a Netflix series of that, and he's like the monkey person.
I was gonna say Monkey Fist is from like Kim Possible.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I don't know what
I don't know what I'm talking about.
These visual effects. Even I know that this is old.
Are we on the Lost Island?
Maybe.
Dharma Initiative, but mermaids?
But Mermaid Edition. This is a spin-off of Lost, guys.
They'll give you all the answers.
I've tested this, but I don't know what they were thinking that swimming with your hands in front of you makes you swim faster.
You've
I feel
tested it.
Yeah, of course I've tested this.
Yeah.
You gotta swim with your hands beside you or like help you flutter through. You can't just have your hands sticking straight out in front of you.
There's been so much B-roll of like aquatic creatures so far
That
to pad out
is
the runtime.
like half of the show.
We'll meet back here.
It's really easy for them to not have to show their tails a lot of the time. Get to save on that tail budget.
Well, those tails, like I don't know what they did for them. Those are like heavy duty silicone tails because like those probably weigh like 40 pounds.
Isn't it super hard to swim in it then?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like even just seeing behind the scenes photos of them just like in the water shots, like they have like a mat that they're laying on top of.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, are the tails that heavy?
Okay, question. How do mermaids breathe underwater?
They breathe.
But they don't have like gills.
Yeah.
They have lungs because they can breathe on land.
Yeah.
Well, look,
Christina, we need the facts.
they never explained it. Some depends on the lore that you're reading. Sometimes they do have gills. Sometimes it's the tails. Sometimes it's just freaking magic. I'm gonna chalk this
Okay.
one down to they got magic.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to get the facts here.
Magic. Jenna, it's
All right.
Magic.
She looks real grumpy.
Yeah.
She's really annoying.
They don't like that they're
That's
taking
why.
fish.
See, that's why I like second season because she's no longer in it. I just got on Dina.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, now I'm not gonna watch ahead.
Next year, I'll be out on the reef with the pod.
What's the pod?
Like their group.
They're called a pod?
Yeah.
Like a mermaid?
Like a
group of mermaids
is
is a
called
pod?
Yeah.
Not the greatest name choice, to be honest. I feel like they could have come up with something cooler.
You snore, I hit you.
So they're sharing that tent.
It's a very small tent.
They're bros.
Broskies.
Is it a small tent? I can never tell.
That's definitely
That's
small.
a very small tent.
They'll show a tent and be like, for 6 people, and I'm like, I don't think so.
By the time you lay
No,
out
that
like
was
bedrolls
definitely
and stuff,
like a 2-person like.
yeah, that's a very
couple
small
tent.
Yeah.
So wait, does the moon give? Oh, really?
He's taking a wee, okay? It's very natural.
I mean, sure, but like, really?
That's what causes him to become a mermaid. That's
Taking
the
a wee.
inciting incident.
No, he magic of the moon opened a door.
But if he wasn't taking a wee.
If he wasn't there, he wouldn't have seen it. His bro didn't get mermaid powers.
Okay, look, like I can't get into details because spoilers.
He has a
but
small bladder. That's why he's a mermaid.
What they doing?
embracing the powers of the moon.
Ah, witchcraft.
Wait, how many of them are there?
No, like that's a pod.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot
Okay.
of them.
I thought we were focusing on only like a group of 3 or something.
Nah, man, that's a whole lot of them.
You found the mother lode, dude.
Did you tell me you slept with the tent door open?
What's the point even then? You're gonna have a
And
bunch
yet, no bug bites.
Yeah, I
was
was gonna say,
gonna
how many
say.
bug bites did that man get? He slept in shorts and a t-shirt.
of see scratching already.
What a view to wake up to.
Magic water.
I would do it.
Yeah, you really have to twist your arm to make you become a mermaid. Like,
Yeah,
like-
twist my arm. No, like sleep on the beach.
But like sand. Just no.
it's coarse.
Yeah, it gets
rough,
everywhere.
and it
but
gets everywhere.
like, you know, just think of it as an exfoliant.
Nah.
It's like a spa treatment.
I'm not super
Zafi.
in love with the fabric for their tops. It looks like a weird food substance or something. Like a burnt pizza or something.
What bothers me is that they have like it's very distinct. Like all the women, like all the females have the exact same like scales. Like they all look the same, and the males all look the same. So you have blue for male and then orange for women. And I'm like, can we have some personality? Like throw some pink, some purple.
Yeah, I feel like
orange,
that's where you get to have fun.
Yeah, mix it up a bit.
Wasn't there a mermaid movie on like Disney Channel originals?
13th year,
Yeah, isn't this like the same thing?
kind of. That movie's bomb though. Yo, we should add that to the list.
Soul
All the
mermaid
mermaids.
comment.
All the mermaids.
He's got powers.
How does he drink water then?
It's
question.
fine. It's fine consuming it, but if it touches you,
Does it not touch you when you drink it? Internally?
well, externally, if it touches.
But would he like throw it back off? I don't know how the rules work here.
You're asking a lot of questions about the rules. I didn't make the rules.
What else am I supposed to grasp onto in this show? She gonna like snap her fingers and it's not gonna work? This ain't Avatar. Oh, so not snapping. Wasn't snapping fingers, but pretty close. They literally call it bending, like he's water bending. They know what they're doing.
He's a waterbender.
Yes.
I mean,
Now that's a show I would watch.
yeah.
That forceful that it knocked him back.
Gonna get a tail now.
Yeah, is it like that?
Tail now.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Are we getting tailed up?
Yep.
Tail.
Oh, it's got like a little fin on it on the back.
Fancy. Okay, but really, how terrifying would that be if you got in the water and you got a tail?
I'd be so happy.
But he should be freaking
you'd
out.
be a little
Yeah.
bit concerned.
Nah, fam. Yo, I'd be so happy.
He's not making a sound. He's not reacting at all.
Yeah, I think that's what like the bothersome part is. It's like, yo, have a reaction.
Like scream.
Woo! No! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Dude, so embarrassing. Your tail is showing.
Naked.
Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
Wow, that was
And
amazing.
naturally.
You've all been cast out.
Yo, are they getting kicked out of their pod squad?
They are getting kicked out of the squad
That's sad.
because they
We've spent so much time with these characters. I'm feeling this emotion for
We spent so much time with them.
learning all about them.
Such a heartbreaking moment.
I know so much about their lives.
How did you do that?
Also, like, how is the friend being so chill?
They're all being super chill. I mean, it's set in Australia, right?
It's set in Australia. I mean, okay, so Cam is like super chill, but like he does get envious.
Okay, but still like chill about the situation.
Yeah, he's like, yo, yeah, sure, this is fine. This is totally normal. Can I have one? No? What do you mean? Now I'm gonna be the bad guy. But like, I want one!
I'm sorry. Wait, that's the end of the episode?
Yeah, they're real fast.
Just hard cut though. Like,
Yeah, hard cut. We're already into episode 2.
I still don't know what like the general conceit is of the show. Like, is he trying to hide his mermaid powers? Are they trying to get back to the pod? Like, is that the goal here? Like, what's the point?
How much spoiler do you want?
I'm not gonna watch the rest of it. Like, what's the point?
Question.
Yes.
What are their names?
That I couldn't tell you. One of them is Zach. I heard that.
Zach is the main guy.
Okay, I heard his name.
And
And then you said like Cam or something?
Cam is the best friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the females? Do you know any of their names? Can you remember?
You're asking a lot of me right now.
You don't have to pull it up. It's okay.
I got you pulling it up already. It's too late, man. It's too late.
Just to reiterate, what is like the point of this? Like, where are we going with this?
The whole point is that like he has these powers. They literally spend the whole entire first season trying to get rid of his powers, and then second season they like just learn more about his backstory. So do you want the spoiler version?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, spoiler version, he was a mermaid to begin with all along. He was under a spell to hide his true form, but when he fell into the moon pool, it broke that spell.
Okay.
Are we at Bells?
That kind of magic isn't possible unless it's a full moon.
When did mermaid lore come to be so, like, linked to the moon? Because, like, I thought that was werewolves.
But it's like the tides, right? That's why Avatar: The Last Airbender,
True.
water bending with the
True.
full moon.
True.
Ba-boom.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna referencing Avatar for my mermaid lore. Apparently, they're just water benders.
We should watch Avatar.
Jenna said it.
I did.
I'm sorry, I don't know where I was for that, but I was
You
not.
talked to her about it. You responded.
I wasn't. Guys, you're asking
You
a lot of
told
me
me
right now.
you already saw it,
Yeah.
so you didn't wanna.
No, I no. Y'all
Another time, perhaps,
misunderstood me.
when we want to watch something different.
Something with good vibes.
Good vibes only, guys. All I'm saying is Mako gives me good vibes. It gets me in the summer mood. I like painting my nails to it.
It snowed yesterday.
You know what? It's because we're in Canada and Mother
Yo.
Nature can't make up our freaking mind, okay? 1 minute is 26 and sunny, the next minute is -3 and snowing, okay?
So they don't get closed.
Yeah, wait
So-
a minute.
Okay. I know you guys are gonna ask this question. The reason they don't show up with clothes is because they've never worn clothes before. They've always been in mermaid form.
You're telling me at their age of like, they could be 200 for all I know, because I don't know how mermaids age. But you're telling me they've never been on land before?
Yes.
Why?
Because they despise the land.
I know, but like, even just to try it, like, have you seen Luca? Like,
Yeah.
just out of
So,
intrigue.
like these specific ones, they've never done it because they've always been told it's been bad. They're gonna be haunted. They're gonna like be put in a museum. No one's gonna like understand.
but
so
they
they've
look
never
like
been on land before.
humans. They're just humans on land.
Right. Well, yeah, until water touches them, then they sprout a tail and collapse to the ground.
They what
Well,
a tail?
At the same time,
They sprout a tail?
they sprout.
What is happening with the dog?
There's a dog. Who was paddleboarding with their dog?
Are you gonna teach your dogs how to do that?
No, my dogs don't like the water that much.
Also, that was a proper celebration for effectively crossing a stoplight.
Yeah, on a busy road.
I'm gonna do that next time I cross the street.
Please do.
Celebrate. Yeah! Woo! I crossed the street!
What are our thoughts on this yellow and red uniform?
No.
Very hot dog, very McDonald's.
Yes.
It's very hot dog McDonald's, but I understand that they want.
It's giving hot dog McDonald's. Don't you think it would be like a blue bottom would make more sense?
Something that's not ketchup and mustard.
You know what I mean, though?
Ketchup and mustard.
Like, I get the yellow because you want people to see you from far away, but...
Yeah, well, that's, I think, the whole point of, like, they just wanted to be able to be like, oh, there's the lifeguard. He's standing right there.
How does he fit in there with his pod?
Every time they say pod, I just think of pod people. And I'm like, science fiction. What are we going for? Why is it pod? That's, like, is that an actual thing that mermaids are called pods, or is this just on the show?
I've only ever heard it in reference to this TV show, but I wouldn't be surprised if actual mermaid lore is referred to as pods.
I just wanted a cooler word.
You tell him.
Yeah. That's my stance.
You tell him.
Excuse
Wait,
me.
what?
What mermaid powers invisibility have to do with any water bending?
Invisibility.
You can't just say it. That doesn't make it any better.
Do you know where Zach is?
Why?
I mean, like, that'd be real weird if, like, three girls just showed up asking about your boyfriend. Like, nah.
That's like a red flag.
Even regardless, like, I wouldn't give somebody's location
I mean,
if
yeah,
I didn't
true.
know who they were.
Zach was so stupid diving in the water in front of everyone.
I also love that they have their own little, like, hot tub to have, like, girl chat.
Guys, we need a hot tub to have girl chat in.
We'll just build this set.
Can we though? Because that's what my grotto.
Can we? Like, it's something we can just whip out.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Okay, these episodes just, like, end real fast.
They just
They-
cut.
Really do.
You just go, bye now.
All right, so after watching, I honestly don't really know, like, what direction this is headed in. They're trying to find the guy, but I'm kind of like, does it really matter? Like, he got the powers, like, right away, and now there's a bunch of mermaids that are trying to find him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I missed something, but I feel like the stakes were not set up very well.
I get that it's supposed to be just like a kid's show, mostly.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can have a kid's show that has, like, a purpose.
Yeah. No, it's like going back and watching, like, knowing obviously what, like, happens throughout the rest of it. It's definitely one of those, like, it doesn't set it up very well. Like, they're trying to set it up in a way that makes you keep watching because it'll all get unfolded, and it does, but it takes like 3 seasons to do so.
Yeah, just based off the 2 episodes here, I wouldn't think there's a deeper story at all going on. Like, it feels very surface right now.
It definitely gets more, I don't know, I would say complicated in season 2, season 3. So it's definitely one of those, like, it's not made clear until it happens.
Yeah, which, I mean, isn't the best way to tell a story.
No, it's not, because it doesn't really answer your questions enough to, like, be like, okay, I understand what's happening, let me sustain it through as I go through the rest of the seasons. It just kind of just like, okay, I'm just really frustrated, I just want to know, just tell me, and you keep watching and you keep watching, and then eventually it tells you, and it just, like, leads into something else, and then you have to keep watching, and then you realize you wasted a lot of time and you got to season 3 and you're finished and you're like, wow, that's it, that's all. It's a very easy watch. You don't need to be spending a lot of attention on it.
For
versus
sure.
like if you're watching like Lost or Game of Thrones, like you need to have all your attention on it, because like the smallest second that you miss, you've missed something. Whereas this one, you can watch 4 episodes and you haven't really missed anything.
I think we've kind of talked about this too, where you tend to have like comfort shows and movies that you go back to. So I think it is like you were saying, like it's most summers you're watching it. So it is just like, you know what you're watching every time, like it's the same thing, it's a comfort thing. So that's just like more your, like how you like watching stuff. Whereas I'm like, no thank you. Has it been
and I mean,
5
it's like-
years since I've seen this before I rewatch it again?
I mean, it's definitely one of those shows, like I said, it's definitely meant for children. So like someone our age who's just going to watch it, it's gonna seem very childish. It's not gonna make much sense. Whereas for me, it's like I almost grew up watching H2O. So when they released this, I was like, oh, it's a sequel. So for me to watch that was just like almost natural. So like I picked it up fairly fairly easy. But it also for me is because I love the mythology around mermaids. But for someone who's just like scrolling through Netflix, like they're obviously going to skip over it because again, it is for children. It's not for young adults. It's not for adults. It's very much like a G-rated thing.
Yeah, and that's like a bigger conversation too, where I think a lot of people watch something as a kid, remember it fondly, so then when all this new stuff comes out, they're like, well, I gotta keep watching it. And a lot of the times that content doesn't grow up with the audience. So it is like you are watching something that you would have watched when you were 7, but now you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
So it's not made for you, but you want it to remind you of like
Still be for you.
a previous time in your life. Or also, like, for some shows, if it's a continuation, you want to be like, oh, what actually happened to these characters? So I get it from that. Like, I'm sure there's shows I've watched where I'm like, I'm too old to be watching this, but I want to know what happens to this character because I remember them from my childhood.
Well, you invested so much time into it, right? It's like you just need to know. There's definitely like a lot of episodes that are just like, obviously they're very clearly like filler, or they're very child oriented, and then you get into like, you know, when they're trying to hit the more heavy plot points and you're like, ah, okay. But it's still very much like G-rated. They don't really get into like a lot of detailed stuff about it. So it's definitely one of those like, oh, I almost wish that they'd do like a third spin-off, but have it more like adult oriented, because obviously the audience that originally watched these, they're grown up now.
I think there is something to say though about like, we as viewers, like collective, we are selfish and we want everything to be made for us.
Yes,
And
that's
we want
1000% true.
everything that we once loved to still be something that we love, and that's not really how it works.
Not
That's
how
true.
it works, but you know, it'd be nice if it did.
But that's the thing, it's just like, it's an inherent like want for like, I want to resonate with this because I once loved this thing. But it's not always the case. So you pick and choose your battles, and I'm not saying every television show has to be like the highest pedigree of like amazing storytelling either. You know, sometimes you just need to put on a show that's a nice show to watch.
Mind-numbing.
I didn't say it, you did.
Yo, that's what you're hinting towards.
I
But
didn't
no,
say it.
I mean, like, as someone who is a fan of the show, I do agree it is mind-numbing. It's something that you can, like I said, you can put on, do a couple things. You don't need to be paying attention to every single second that is going on in it. You can definitely have it on the background. You can even leave the room and come back and you still know what's happening, because it's like a one-note kind of pony. Like,
I mean, I watched the first 2 episodes and I don't really know what's happening, so.
Me neither.
I definitely, like, I'll stand by, like, the first, like, I always say the first season's not that good. You need to get through the first season to the second season. But I also understand, like, that's a commitment for a lot of people. So it's very much like, watch at your own risk. You watch what you're getting yourself into. Like, I do think that, you know, like, you gotta watch the first season to get to the second season. You can't just skip the first altogether. It's a lot of setup, but once you set up, there's still like a mystery portion to it, and it kind of unravels that way. But like, you kind of gotta decide if you're gonna watch it and stick with it, or you're not.
Thank you so much for watching with us.
It's been a blast and a half,
Had a really good time.
as always.
You could like this video.
Or subscribe, even better.
If you want to see something for us to watch in the future, like a movie or a TV show, please let us know in the comments.
And we'll get on that right away for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!